So we here, man.
We
We here, man. I appreciate it, man. Your patience, dang, your patience,
I
man.
mean, man,
Yeah.
we've been trying to get this together for a long
A
time,
long
man. It
time.
ain't no issue. For those who don't know, this is Juan Adams. I'll let him introduce himself to everyone.
Yeah, Juan Adams, known as Juan, as everybody call me. Here with my brother,
Yeah.
Nashville native.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Nashville
Yeah.
from start to finish. Ain't never left. Ain't
never
never left. I really ended up getting my hands and my feet tied in to some things in the city, and I ain't been able to leave. And now, to be honest, I don't want to leave. Nashville's a good place.
It's home sweet home.
Yeah,
man.
It's
It is
growing,
home
it's
sweet
building,
home.
it got stuff, rooftops.
Man, what are you talking
You know
about?
what I'm saying?
Man?
You can,
survive.
yeah, you can survive, man.
You can thrive.
Yeah, you can
thrive.
And it's funny to me
Uh-huh.
because I always look at it as I'll say a non-minority state. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I can speak for myself. I hadn't had any issues here.
Nah,
Nah.
nothing like that. But I'm gonna say this, and for those who don't know, I am the curator, Lucky Lefty. But I'm gonna say this real quick. Me and this dude go back to. I'm gonna tell you how far we go back.
Okay.
We were gonna fight in ninth grade.
Oh no, it's further back than that.
We go further back than that.
Yeah.
But I just want you to know,
Yeah,
I was gonna have to beat him up in ninth grade. We ain't gonna tell the story though. But I was gonna have to beat him up in ninth grade. Like,
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something so funny though that I was
What's
thinking
that?
about that I had wanted to share with you, man.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
What's
tell you, like, man, sometimes you don't realize how much you a friend with a person until certain things happen.
yeah,
And so we like after graduation, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I was at TSU, you was doing your thing,
Yeah.
you was up at Fist and other
Mhm.
stuff, and we kept in touch, but we
Yeah.
wasn't hanging like
Right,
like that, like we was when we left high school.
yeah.
And man, dude, I remember, man, when I got shot, dude, like, I remember you was the
Mm.
first dude that pulled up with some potato soup from Old Charlie's, dude. I remember it. And it threw me off because I'm like, man, out of all the people,
Uh-huh.
why was he the first one there? You know what I'm saying? And at the
Man.
time, I didn't understand how you valued our relationship.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was that moment back in 03, man, that made me realize, man, like, it didn't matter how somebody talk all the time every day. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if somebody mess with you, man,
Hey.
like they mess with you, man, I appreciate
Hey,
that.
man. And you know what? It came from a real place though, Wizzle. Like, and it was just that. Like, I heard my man got hit. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna see what he need. I'm gonna beat up. Like, I was cut from that kind of cloth, man. I hung with elders and people older than me, so I have those kind of morals and values, man. I do things I want people to do for me. I guess that's the best way to put it.
No.
I want people to do those things for me, so I do it for them.
No, you're right. So, and look, on that token, so you know, like I said, man, look, this is my first. I'm gonna tell y'all, Lucky got me on my first podcast. You
Hey,
know,
man.
I ain't never done this. I see it and they be like, oh, that's true, that's cool. So I kind of feel special. So, you know, I always see on the podcast they bring the host
Okay,
gifts. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? So had to bring a
Man,
little
come
something
on,
from
man.
the Feather Dawn
Come
collection,
on,
man.
Oh, I got something from the collection.
Yeah, I got something from the
I'm
collection,
gonna
man.
pull it on out then. I ain't gonna show y'all everything, but we got old.
No, not show you everything.
Show everything.
Yeah, everything in the bag.
Mask, cause it's still out there, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, if you fly, you know what I'm saying.
Man.
So you gotta
know
wear a
I'ma put
mask when you
something
fly.
together, man. Couple T-shirts. Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
know, the Forever Dawn collection, and we got some. Okay, some more stuff. Damn. It'll be all right.
Yeah, so that's the ball player money edition, man. You know that was his crew and them, KD and all them, and Daniel. That was their thing, BPM ball player money. So
The first day, it's cool enough to put the hoodie on. I'm putting it on. You might catch me on a hot day. And we got a book.
Yeah, I brought you something, man. So that's something, man. I don't really talk too much about it, man.
Book.
But you know, me and a couple people, man, that I went to TSU with, man, we put a little book together about our HBCU experience. So you
Talk
know,
about that right quick.
Yeah. So it was kind of unique how it came about, man. My homegirl, Ashley Brooks, shout out to Ashley.
Shout out to Ashley.
You know, she was one of them people, man. When I took that hit in 03,
Yeah.
she was Johnny on the spot, man.
Yeah.
She finished my work, went to my classes, made sure I passed.
Right.
So anyways, man, she real big into the HBCU movement, man.
Okay.
So what she ended up doing, man, some people up in it was, what was it, North Carolina. You know, man, I don't be knowing all them HBCUs. It was A&T,
Okay.
A&T, yep.
Mhm.
So reached out to her and was like, man, we need to do a HBCU experience for TSU.
Okay.
She like, we just did one up here, up in North Carolina,
Right.
and it went good.
Mhm.
And so, man, pretty much what the concept was, you get a bunch of alumni.
Mhm.
You want to at least get about 10
Yeah,
to 15
you
authors,
get
you know what I'm
enough
saying? And we kind of give our own little
perspective.
perspective of our experience. So, and then to kind of make the book unique, everybody had movie titles.
Okay.
So if you look through it, everybody had different movie titles. So mine was Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
And it was more so, I gave my perspective of for being a college student,
Mhm.
but also living a non-college life.
Yep.
Cause I was still hanging around y'all, I was still
Yep.
kicking with y'all.
Don't say y'all.
Don't
say y'all.
Yeah, you was in there too.
Don't
You was
say
in there
y'all.
too. So it was cool, and it was good to be a part of it.
Yep.
Like I said, and it just added something to the resume.
Okay. That's pretty dope, man.
Author, yeah. So I don't claim it, but my wife, she like, man, you need to embrace it.
You should.
That's a piece of history now.
Yeah. Like that's something that'll never be taken away. Like you are a part of like the history of the world, especially like HBCU. Like that's something that people will read and reflect on and be like, okay, that was someone's experience, and they can relate to that.
They relate to it, so I'm gonna sign it for you. Maybe one day,
Yeah.
if I get super famous, the book might be worth more money.
Man, if all I gotta get is a book out for you, ain't my real friend. Then. If that's all I get, I'm supposed to have.
No. I'm talking about after I'm dead and gone. You can sell that book, leave that book to your kid. To
He
your
my
kid.
bro. I ain't gonna never say he my bro. Why would I
So-
do that? I'm gonna keep it. But not back. But speaking of like the HBCU experience, like I do want to go back to that really quick. TSU got some things going on right now, man.
Man, TSU is on fire right now.
TSU is on fire right now.
Man, I'm telling you, I got my hands in every bit of it.
You supposed to, man.
They
Tell us about that. What you got going on as far
man,
as
so man, first of all, I want to say shout out to Coach Penny.
Okay.
Brian Collins, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Amazing dude,
Yep.
amazing dude, man.
Mhm.
Like he stepped into a situation that a lot of people, not everybody rooting for him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But you know how Nashville people be, man.
Yeah.
Like they root for you, but in the back they like, man, I hope it don't work out. So I can say, you know what I'm saying? And man, he came in, he turned the situation around.
did.
Shout out to Master P
Man,
for
shout out
his
to
son
Master P.
Mercy. Like that's big.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
huge.
That's real big for him to. He could have went a bunch of different places,
Mhm.
but he chose TSU.
Yeah.
And so man, matter of fact, last year about August, man, our NYBA program, we did something called the main event.
Yeah.
And shout out to David Carey, Coach K, man. He the director, head CEO,
Mhm.
president, whatever, mastermind of NYBA, man.
Yeah.
He I tell you, man, he be putting some things together. You be like, man, oh yeah, he cold with it.
Yeah.
And man, he came up with this concept of, man, let's get the top 5-star, 4-star athletes
Mhm.
of the 2022 and 2023 class.
Yeah.
Bring them to the city,
Mhm.
take them on a tour, to a HBCU tour.
Yeah.
We're gonna take them around the city to some independent businesses like
Right.
Slim and Husky,
Right.
to see some HBCU alumni.
Right.
And man, we're gonna play a basketball game against y'all with each other, and we're gonna play it on a big stage pay-per-view.
Mhm.
And so that was kind of cool because what that experience did, it allowed me to meet the president of TSU.
Okay.
And got to hang with her and enjoy her for that day.
Mhm.
And man, she shouted me and my wife out on Twitter, so
Okay.
that was real big.
Okay.
And like I said, man, Brian from day one, man, just letting us come to the practice,
Yeah.
let my boys play during halftime
Yeah.
and perform. So I had to tell a true story, man.
Mhm.
When I graduated TSU, I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand it, man. Yeah, man. I felt it gave me so much hassle, so much push, so
Mhm.
many hurdles. It's like
Yeah.
like I felt they wasn't in support of me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Now I look back and I'm like, man, you know what? Like, it's because of TSU I am who I am. You
Yeah.
know, I never let anybody give me any handouts. You know,
Nah.
TSU made me realize, like, man, you got to figure it out
You
for
got to figure
yourself.
it out yourself. That's the HBCU experience in itself. You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
Like, we going to help as best we can,
uh,
but I can't do it for you.
can't do it for you. And when you transition from that
Mhm.
child to that
Yeah.
teenager to that student to that
Uh-huh.
adult, you are kind of used to people
Yeah.
kind of all right, let me help you figure
Right,
out a little
right.
bit. And so when that was taken away, it's like, man, F TSU,
Right.
man. Yeah. But man, I'm just so glad, man. You know, TSU's done a lot for me, the HBCU experience. I think about my wife. I met my
Yeah.
beautiful wife at TSU. She's a product, alumni.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter is a product of 2 HBCU alumni. You know what I'm saying? So it's in her blood. And you know, at first I might have said, nah, no TSU, but yeah, babe, you know, that's where I want you to go. You know, provided me a great education, built me an entrepreneurial mindset to, you know, where I go. I don't have to punch a clock right now.
Man.
You know, so yeah, shout out to HBCU, shout out to TSU specifically.
Shout out to
Yeah,
TSU.
so TSU, that's where you go. You know that's where Asia going.
For real?
Yeah, Asia, man. Asia got a full ride.
That's dope.
Yeah. She got a TSU.
Shout out to Asia.
Shout out to Asia, man.
Forget you, little Steve. You know I want to say something else, but I'm gonna just say forget you on this episode.
Yeah, and shout out to Tika. You know,
Shout out to Tika too. Yeah, they do. Hey, that's dope, man.
That's
Full
big.
ride.
That's
like
big.
I love seeing that, especially with my friends' children and whatnot, starting to get into colleges and figuring out what they want to do. You know, with their young lives, and that's pretty dope, man. Because you know, when we were that age, I mean, we might have had some, you know, things like I want to do this, but man,
Right.
we just getting how we live.
Get how we
man.
live. Yeah.
Joe, we was just getting how we live. Like,
Yeah. We'd have a lot of direction.
nah, no
You
one
know?
like. But I look back, and the thing with that is, our parents were more so like, get a job.
Get a job. Yeah.
They didn't have the mindset of like, go get your own.
Yeah.
Get a job, find something to retire from, and you know, them folks treat you nice, and we just kind of, I know for me, I would like, nah, that ain't for me, man. Like any quote unquote job I've ever had, it was never comfortable. Working for yourself is I feel I'd be excited every morning,
Right.
just to get up and be like, I should make some money today. And it's mine,
And it's yours.
and it's my money.
And don't it challenge you?
It challenges you because you got to get it.
You got to get it. Because if you don't,
You ain't got nothing coming in.
yeah, you ain't got nothing coming in.
Man.
And I you know, I think about that with,
Mhm.
you know, if you could ask me to do it all over again,
Mhm.
because I had such a great experience at TSU, and now that I can look back at my years,
Yeah.
graduating back from TSU in 07, and what this is 14 years later, if I
Yeah.
do my math right,
Right.
I see the purpose, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fine line between pushing for college.
Mhm.
This is what I would tell anybody, and I used to tell B.D.A.R.E this.
Mhm.
I don't think college is something you need to pay for if you don't know what you want to do.
It's a waste.
It's a waste.
Don't
It's
waste your money.
Yeah, because you're gonna leave with some debt.
Mhm.
But if with all these programs now, we can go to school for free.
Man.
All these different grants and stuff they giving, go figure it out.
Just figure it out.
Just you know what? This is an extension of high school.
Mhm.
You get some higher education and just figure it out and see what you want to
Figure
do.
it out.
If especially if you already got a direction, already got a groove, that's one thing. But if you don't, and they let you go to school for free, take advantage of it. Go to take it. I mean, what you got to lose? You ain't got nothing to lose.
I remember when I was like in college, and I take my little cousins up on the campus, be like, man, look, even if you don't know what you want, they were like 14, 15, like, you don't even know what you gotta do right now. But look what's up here. It's people from everywhere.
Everywhere.
You gotta see something. So even if you don't get out of your hometown, at least go to a college and see something other than these people you've been seeing every day in your life.
Every day.
Like, that's the thing. You man, what they say, exposure leads to expansion. So it's like you expose yourself to different people, you're gonna see different things, you're gonna start to like different things, you're gonna start to be like, oh, they going to Howard for homecoming. I'm gonna ride up there.
Yeah, there you go.
Like these dudes that be in you grew up with, they ain't trying to go nowhere. Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's about. And it's so, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was talking to my partner about, man. And I was like, I was so young-minded when I was young.
Yeah.
I like, man, going to Atlanta was like our highlight.
Was
I'm like, man, I ain't never been to New York. I had never been to New York during that time. I ain't go to Miami till I was in my 30s. And I'm like, man, hold on. Like, I didn't go here.
Right.
Like, if I would have knew about that, I would have been in
tripping.
Miami every month. You know what I'm saying? Never went to Vegas, and you know it's things that, like you said, man. When what you say, you expand.
Exposure leads to expansion.
Yeah, man, and it does. I mean, it took my wife. It took me to meet my wife. It hitting that road, going to Detroit, going to different family places. Like, hold on, man. Like, dude, what am I doing, man?
Here.
Yeah, I've been like, I wasted all of that, and I had the money to kick
Had
it,
the bread.
had the bread to kick it. And Atlanta was as far as I went. No, not to Atlanta, but if you're from Nashville, everybody know that's the
down the street.
Yeah, that's down the street, man.
Like that's a day trip.
That's a day trip.
Low key, that's a day trip.
That's a day trip. But speaking of the trip, I'm gonna tell you something funny though. I just got back from Birmingham this weekend. When last time you been to Birmingham?
Man, I took the girls to go see Chris Brown in like 2018.
Man, Birmingham is shaking.
For real. My nephew going to Miles College.
Okay.
He going to Miles.
Man, dude.
It's shaking down there.
Dude, I went to Birmingham. Man, when I say it was shake, we just got back from our last tournament down there for my travel season. And man, I surprised my wife had her cousin from Atlanta come down.
Okay.
It's supposed to be him and his brother, but it was him and his old lady. So it worked out cool. So we stayed at the Westin downtown. And man, when I say downtown Birmingham, man, the food was good. I'm talking about we walked out the hotel, went to a restaurant, had great food, walked right upstairs to a rooftop to a personal DJ playing music for us.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we danced, we grooving, and then we went, then we left, and then went to another lounge. And man, you know how like you go to some lounge, they got booths everywhere, and you gotta pay for all the booth. Nah, man, this is nice plush, man, and you ain't gotta pay for the booth. It just kind of first come, first serve. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was so comfortable. All the dudes, I'm gonna tell you what threw me out about the dudes. All the dudes were like a little young IG video. You know, they all had their little Cubans and grill, and they had their little hats on, and they looked so But man, they were the most politest dudes in the world. Sir, are you coming back to your seat?
Right.
So man, I felt safe, man. But man, shout out to Birmingham. Shout out to Birmingham. Yeah, they doing it down there.
In Birmingham,
yeah.
But of course, my nephew going down to play football.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get down there at least twice this season. Yeah. At least twice. Go see my nephew.
And Lil Ronnie was supposed to be going down there to play prep school, but they just switched it up. He gonna go to Huntsville, but I'll be making a trip back to Birmingham.
Yeah, like hey, that's it. But yeah, speaking of, and you mentioned D.A.R.E, man. I ain't know, I'm gonna let you have the flow on that, man. If wherever you want to go with the D.A.R.E conversation.
Well, man, it kind of goes back to what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like if you don't got direction of what you want to really do, you know what I'm saying? You need to be in some environment to where you're figuring it out,
right?
And not just going with the flow,
right? And
that was ultimately, man, his Achilles heel.
And for those who don't know, tell people who D.A.R.E is.
Oh yeah, so when we show the Forever Don that stands, that's my son D.A.R.E. You see on this shirt, that's my son. Back in 2018, he was a victim of gun violence. Back in up in October. Kind of the short version of it is, so friends set him up to meet him, trying to get something from him, and the situation went wrong. And it resulted in gunfire, and it resulted in him losing his life right there on the spot. Well, I think he actually ended up dying at the hospital, what the report said. But and once again, man, he had just, man, you got a kid who was raised the right way.
Yeah.
So that wasn't in his DNA, that wasn't in his blood. But he visually saw things.
Yeah.
From the internet and IG and what his peers were doing, and he got sucked into it.
Yeah.
And once again, when you're not raised that way, when you haven't learned that, I purposely never taught him that. One time he came to me and said, Dad, I got a question. I said, what? He said, why you ain't never teach me the game? I said, what? He said, why you ain't never teach me the game? I said, what you mean teach you game? I know what you and KD Daddy used to do. I said, because we didn't win.
Right.
I said, I can't teach you nothing that I can't teach you a game we didn't win at.
Didn't win at that.
Yeah, we didn't win at that. Shout out to the court system and Justin Johnson. Felonies later, but Justin fixed it for me.
Hey.
I'm a free man again. Clean record.
Hey.
Tote my gun and everything. I
I'm
go vote.
I'm waiting for you to tell me you're gonna run for councilman.
Oh man,
I'm waiting on that text.
So it's man, down the road I gotta get a little bit more. I gotta get a little bit more motivation up under my belt.
Man,
but yeah. So and that's kind of. And I would say, man, losing my son, for one, keeping his memory alive. I tell you something that pisses me off the most, man. And I'm not gonna say any particular people this year, but it was some people that in this city that died this year due to to some gun violence. And last year, and everybody, when they died, everybody like, this. They was all sad and this and posting pictures on their social media and that. And then after a couple weeks, man, the storm calmed down. Life goes on, man. And I said I wasn't gonna do that because I know how much work I put into my son. I know how much work my son put into developing himself and his character. And man, it's one of them people like my time. Time is not money to me, so I can't monetize it. But time is something you can't get back. So if I spend time on something, it's valuable and important to me, even more important than a monetary value.
Man, you get more out of it.
You get more out of it. So and man, all the times in the gym, all the conversations, all the talks, all the advice, all the mentoring, all the fathering. Like I'm not just like, oh well, B-Don's gone on to the nah. And that's why I mean, you get on social media, you still see my son's face pop around. You know, he has his own brand. And you know, we put this out. Anybody who's trying to manage that Forever Dawn brand, let me know. I got too many hats spinning right now. But if I had a young person that eager and got some umph to them, let me know. I'll pour the game to you and I'll show you. And I promise you. We're gonna put
your contact information down so somebody can get at you.
Yeah.
Feel that spot.
But that was spin me to say. So that's kind of my focus, man. Now, you know, like I'm real active in the community. I say I'm kind of the UGK of the community. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the Drake face or some of these other names that's always in the paper and this. I do the underground work. You know. And once again, I don't want any props and praise, man. 'Cause I know the man above me my props and praise for. So I really believe in being active in these kids' life. And my partner Westbrook, man, R.I.P. Ryan Westbrook, man. He just passed a couple weeks ago. Man, something me and him was working on was a concept called changing the culture, bringing the good guy back. All right, and so what the plan we had set down was, me and Ryan, we be talking, having conversations, and Ryan be like, man, he might show me some pictures in his phone. He might have stacks of money piled up. You know, he'll show me pictures of his house. Ryan had a nice house, nice cars and stuff. He had all this stuff. And Ryan didn't hustle at all. Nothing illegally. You know what I'm saying? Ryan worked and busted his butt for. And, you know, I might thumb through my phone and show Ryan something. That, you know, we might look at a picture of something. I'd be like, man, this is all from legal stuff.
It's legal money.
And we was like, man, how do we convert or push that to somebody to show, man, you ain't gotta slang, you ain't gotta rob. You know, I'm like, you can acquire these things that entices your eyes and your appetite
just with hard work.
Just with hard work. So man, and I told Ryan, you know, while we was working on it, now that he's not here, man, I'm kind of left on the mission solo, and that's what I just do, man. I just, like I said, I don't stunt, but I just, man, when I talk to kids and I show kids, I bring them to the house, show them how I live. It's like, man, look, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't do any of that. And you can be decent. Now, if you want something surpass that, you know, if you want to ride around in Corvettes and Lamborghini, well, I mean, I can't help you on that. But you know what I'm saying? If you want to be well taken care of, you want to live good, you want to dress good, you want to eat good, you want to travel when you want to, you want a nice lady on your side, you know, you want good karma, I can show you how to do that. You know?
You want good energy, man. I can show you that.
I can show you that.
I can't show you nothing that I ain't like I said, go back to that. I ain't never seen nobody really get a W in that.
I ain't seen it, man. I was listening to Meek Mill's freestyling on Funk Flex. He said, man, I ain't never seen nobody get a W.
Man, not in this.
No.
Man, I done seen some people I was like, wow. But they lost.
They lost.
And they lost.
It's a game you lose, man. It's because it's not a game that you're set up to win. No. It's a game. It's a time game. It's like you're rolling the dice or Russian roulette.
It's Russian roulette.
Yeah, it's Russian roulette. Like I didn't seen people be up for a couple months and then locked up for some years. Man. I didn't seen people be up for some years and locked up for more years. So it just, man, to me, I just value freedom. I value life, man. Man, something happened today. So while we talking about that, man, My cousin just came home for 13 and a half years.
For real?
13 and a half, yes.
Wow.
Yes, he did 13 and a half years. He walked out them prison doors today. And man, me and him talk, man, and he's like, man, dude, it wasn't worth it. Got locked up at 18, didn't get out to 31.
It ain't never worth it, man. Me and my cousin had the same talk at the end of 2019. He came home. He was 18, did 12. You 30, bro.
30.
You done missed your whole 20s, man. What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Yeah.
That's the question. What are you gonna do? You missed your whole 20s.
You missed your whole 20s, man. And the thing is, like, you know, the real conversation, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You know, we you know, and I'm here to support them in whatever you want to do, but it's like, man, you missed so much.
Man, like
you done missed so much.
13. Just think of where technology was 13 years ago.
Man, he couldn't use the phone today.
I know he can.
He like, man, how do you work this
what
iPhone?
Is this? What is this?
So yeah. What is that?
What is this?
What is this?
He don't know nothing about nothing.
He don't know nothing about it. So man, this I like this freedom. I like this peace, man. I set my alarm at the house, but I probably really don't have to set it. I ain't got to worry about nobody running in there, coming in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I can go freely in the city where I want. It's just, man, it's a good feeling, man.
Yeah,
it's a real good feeling.
It really does feel good to just do what you want to do, and I've been trying to convey that message to my little youngins. Like, what y'all chasing? You ain't gonna want what you gonna end up at, man. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
I promise you don't want that, man. Like, I don't want to be no women at first and foremost,
man. And so tell me, let me ask you this: what do you think has, because us growing up, like, honestly, that used to keep us from wanting to go to jail. Like, ain't no women in there, ain't no. But like, these dudes don't care no more.
I'm gonna say, I can't blame it on like rap music, because I don't think it's rap music. I think it's just this sense of just not even caring, man.
Not even caring. But where do you think it starts from? Cause see, I'm gonna tell you, see, I'm real big about that rap music.
You think it's the music?
Man, well, so let me put it this way. I strongly feel it's the music. I strongly feel. And the reason I strongly feel it's the music is because I think about us. And I think about music has always formed the culture.
It has.
And I think about us when our kind of decade was the tail end of P and Pac.
Yeah.
I mean of Biggie and Pac.
Yeah.
But then we kind of caught the Hot Boys, the P, that era, man, and we was kind of trying to, and the J, and we were kind of trying to live. You know what I'm saying? Like they just weren't as violent. But if you go back and listen to some of the music, Lil Wayne stuff was like, hold on, man, you talking about doing that? But it wasn't just so.
Yeah, it's blatant now.
It was
blatant.
It was blatant, man. Like you gotta live those raps. And man, I'm so glad, man. Me and Holder talking. I'm so glad that For the Free stuff went to the trash. I'm so glad that went to the trash.
You want to live them raps,
man, because Holder ain't living them raps, and I don't want to have to live them with him.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Man,
back then you had to live your raps.
You had to live your raps, man. Yeah. All it took was one real beef with a real part of town. And man,
you gotta live them raps.
Yeah, you gotta live the raps. Yeah, man, we wasn't, man. Nah, we just wanted to make good music.
We wanted to make music,
have
fun,
yeah,
man.
Heck yeah, no, we was hustlers. We wasn't thuggers. We were just hustlers. We was hustlers. Man, let us do our thing. Let us get our money. But man, we wasn't trying to bust no cap in nobody.
Hey,
if you hit us for a pack, you know what? Take it. We'll get it back.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to make no statements, put nobody in the newspaper, kidnap nah, man. And the thing is, with the rap now, like, you gotta live those raps, man.
You gotta live on raps.
You gotta live those raps. You gotta live that social media page. That's why these young niggas dying. They portray.
It's the social media more than it is the music. Like, I think the biggest thing is accessibility.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's nothing to. You can say something amongst your friends and somebody can record it and put it online.
Yeah.
You could be having a conversation like now.
Right.
And you could say, man, forget such and such and such and such. It goes out, boom. Just like that.
Just like that, man, you're right.
So then the person on the receiving end, they feel away because they folks done seen it. Damn, bro, such and such said this and the third about you. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
And you know it's online.
It's online.
Yeah,
Everybody
so
sees
now you gassed.
Now you get
Yeah.
Now you gotta do something about it.
Yeah.
So then you get in your head to where you're gonna do something about it. You do something. So it's mindless retaliation.
Yeah.
Over clout.
Over clout, man. So I'm gonna tell you, social media done changed the world, man. It's changed it for the best, but it's changed for like it's a two-edged sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because it's
some great things.
It has some great things.
Too.
It has a lot of great. I mean, this right here,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this is going to be a catapult for so. But man, it's done some things, and I think you said the biggest thing. It's just giving people access to things.
That's it.
I'm real big in kids.
Mm-hmm.
Processing things for their maturity at the time.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest things I hate, man, when people I be like, man, why you do that from your kids? Man, I ain't hiding them from my kids, man. I ain't hide. Yeah, it's not about hiding it from your kids, but reveal it to them when their mind is old enough to process what you're showing to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People smoking in front of your kids. Well, man, if your kid a little bitty baby, why are you smoking in front of he don't understand smoke. Yeah. He don't understand what you smoking. He don't understand. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to teach it to him, and that ain't nothing that his brain needs to process. Cause what the hell does he need to do with weed at 6 years old?
Now he going to school talking about my mama be smoking.
Yeah, nah, man. Now once he gets to a teenager, where he's gonna be around people who are gonna be influencing him. Yeah, now now
I've been smoking.
Yeah,
I've been smoking.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I do, man. I be seeing people hustling in front of their kids.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I ain't how I make my money. Yeah, but your kid do not understand what you
can't expose a child to that.
You can't expose,
not to that.
It's just certain things, you know. Even with sex, you know, some of these dads, oh man, I gotta have him hitting something at 11, 10. How can his body ain't even fully got right yet? Man. Yeah, like, he don't. I mean, he don't know. He don't know, man. So, man, I tell you, we've dropped the ball as parents too.
That's a big part of it.
That's I'm telling you, we've dropped the ball as parents.
This is. I'm gonna tell you. This is the thing. Our generation, we are kids' friends.
We are kids' friends.
We are kids' friends. We their homies. Because our parents were hard on us, so we live like, shit, I ain't gonna be hard on mine. I'm gonna be cool with mine.
Yeah.
And you don't understand. Like, it took me to be a grown man to be like, damn, he wasn't trying to be hard on me for nothing. Because I have discipline, man.
Right.
Like, I'm disciplined. Like, I'm just not doing that because I'm like, that comes from parenting. So on my end, I was like, okay, I take those lessons. Like, I had discipline, so I know how to have a conversation and it not be where I'm talking at mine. I'm talking to him. Hey, what was you thinking right there? Like, just like, what were you thinking? Like, let's talk about it instead of me, you know, just going off the deep end and not even giving them a voice. You gotta give people a voice.
Gotta give people a voice. Yeah. Definitely gotta get. Yeah, definitely. And that's a fine line to trail with parenting, especially when raising young men, because you wanna this is what you want to accomplish as a father and you have a young man. I want to be able to discipline and protect him.
Right.
But I also want to be able to keep a line of communication open with him to where he feels comfortable to let me know what's going on and keep me in the loop. And that's hard to do sometimes. Because it's like you kind of got to be lax, but then but you can't be too lax, but then you can't be too hard. Like, well, I'm gonna keep that. Right. So, man, it's I ain't figured it out yet.
I think you gotta kind of pick and choose your spots.
Yeah.
You gotta know when. You gotta know how to do it. Cause I've had the conversation with mine, like, you know, teenagers. Like, you smoke? Like, just like that. Do you smoke? No, I don't smoke. I'm like, well, if you do, I'd rather you tell me than for me to find out. That's my biggest thing. Don't let me find nothing out. Tell me.
See, and beat on, but man, dude, I'm gonna tell you, that senior year, man, I used to take the man to school, and man, we be in a car ride. I'm like, man, it's like killer in here. You know, it's not like I smoke killer. It's like I got it on me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, man, what you got in that bag? And like, no, I ain't got. Man, they was lying the whole time, man. You know,
like,
and it was just like, dude, I know you might have not wanted to tell me, but you should have, so I could at least not help you, but coach you through
Right,
the avenues of what
right.
to expect.
Well, yeah,
You know
what
what I'm
to
saying?
expect with
What
this,
what
like,
to expect
like-
instead of you trying to figure out from yourself or reaching out, man. Like I'm tell you, man, one of the biggest things that I ain't gonna say hurt my feelings, but it kind of made me like shake my head. My son reached out to another man that he didn't know, but he saw the flash and the oohs and ahs of his IG page,
right.
and he hit him up. He's like, bro, man, I ain't got no old heads that's getting money and doing it like you, man. I need to get up on your team, man. I need you to school me, man. And dude, I went back through his eye, and I saw that message. I'm like, you the biggest dummy. You had somebody right here who could have schooled you, but you so visually what you see, you thought that was the man to get it from.
It goes back to, I don't even know if we said this on air, but it was like, man, people, they don't want to listen. The lesson they might have in front of them ain't what they want to hear.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't what they want to hear. I mean, I think about lessons I used to get. I didn't want to hear that shit. A whole lot of them, I didn't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, man, and it comes from youth. You think that they don't know. Because I know many times, like, man, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm going to go do it my way.
We'll do it, yeah.
Luckily, for me, I never got in those situations where anything really, really bad happened, but it's youthful arrogance. Yeah. That's what it is. It's youthful arrogance. Like, I'm straight. I know what I'm doing. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Man, that's a word. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
And that's the, you know, and I think about it because, I mean, I can't fault because, I mean, we used to do some stupid stuff.
We did some dumb things.
You know, I saw that like, man, I took that chance, or I was in that situation, or I had this person with me when I did this. What if this would have, you know, and you know, just blessed, man, nothing occurred like that. Man. You know, but
like that.
You know, so I do, man. I have an understanding to it when a kid doesn't make the best choice.
Yeah.
I'm real big. So kind of my biggest thing I've been on is habits and mistakes.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you can't, everybody make mistakes. But you should not have a habit of bad mistakes.
Nah.
If that makes any sense.
That can't be your norm.
That can't, yeah, you can't have a habit because now it's not mistakes. Now it's a habit.
That's who you are.
Yeah, that's who you are. Those are habits. And those are, like, are you always going to make that choice? Are you always going to make that decision?
Right.
Oh, well, man, like, now we got an issue. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you was operating correctly.
Right.
And you, oh, man, I slipped up on this. I took a gamble on this. I took a chance. Or I thought this was the right. Yeah. No, like, you was waking up every day with the wrong decisions on your mind.
With this on your mind.
Yeah, that ain't going to work.
That is never gonna work.
That ain't gonna work, man.
Not only did you have it on your mind, it's not worked before when you were still like, this time it's gonna work.
It's gonna work this time. I hate that this time.
This time it's gonna work.
This time's gonna work. It's this
no, it's
like
it's not.
It's not, man. I remember D Mama used to tell us, man. Nah, it wasn't D. It was Freddie. Freddie told my partner, he said, man, maybe this ain't, selling drugs ain't for you.
Hey, it ain't for everybody.
You keep getting caught every single time, but it probably ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
And you know what? And you might laugh about it, but he had a good point. Like, you sold it this way, you get caught. You sold it that way, you get caught. You sold it this. Guess what, man?
It ain't for you.
Maybe that just ain't for you.
It's not for you.
You know, and I just think people need to realize, like, they keep doing the same thing it's the same thing with a different approach. And if it doesn't work, maybe just that for you.
You know, for me, I'm going to tell you the thing about me. I seen things at a very young age, and I knew when I was like 8 or 9, like, man, selling crack ain't for me. Like 8 or 9, like, nah, that ain't for me, man. Like, you can't be 8 or 9 seeing shootouts and things like that. Like, nah, that ain't for me. I ain't trying to grow up like that. But still in circumstances and places you grow up, you still around it. But even around, like, nah, I ain't selling no crack. Like, I don't want to sell crack. I don't want to sell crack. I ain't fooling no crack. I just seen what came with it, man. There was nothing good coming with that, man.
And see, I got the opposite end of it. I got to see niggas in the family smoking it. And I said,
I seen that too.
I said,
and
man,
that's another reason.
I ain't never, that's one thing, I ain't never did no cocaine.
See?
In no form.
See?
Because I've seen, like, man, hold on. That'll make you do that.
Man.
That'll make you still. That's why my PlayStation gone and I'm 8 years old.
Gone,
like,
man.
so you had me come stay the night, the whole weekend. Purposely, we made an emergency trip, and you had to drop me off, and I left my stuff over your house, and my PlayStation gone now.
It's gone now.
And me at the time, I'm like, I'm not understanding, like, why is it gone? Now I'm older, because you sold it for some crack.
They done got you.
They done got me, man.
Hey, man, I remember my birthday. I was like 12, and I was over my cousin's house, and I spent the night. It wasn't them, you know, you want to spend night birthdays, and man, I had about $115 in my pocket. So we go to sleep. I wake up and I ain't have a dime in my pocket, man.
In the kid's pocket.
I woke up livid. I called my dad, like, come and get me right now and bring the pistol. As a child, like, you finna have to kill somebody. They took my money. So he come over there, you know, gets to resolve issue. And my auntie was like, well, I think such and such might have got it, but I can't prove it. I ain't sure. I was like, he got my money. And I want my money. I want my money now.
How old was you?
I was like 14.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm ready to fight and everything.
You can't take $100 from a 14-year-old.
I'm ready to fight and everything. Like, now you got to see me outside, boss. I lose, but you had to fight me for my money. And stuff like that. But I've been seeing that for so long. I've always been like, that crack shit is not for me at all.
Yeah.
On no level. I ain't smoking it. I ain't selling it. Nothing.
Man, I think back about it, man, and it's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug.
That's a hell of a drug, man. That's a hell of a drug.
But even worse than that, they putting fentanyl in it now, man.
And and maybe it's me, man. Like, how could you serve that? How could you serve something that you know might just kill somebody?
You know it might kill him, and now he's serving it, man. I heard something the other day, and it made my head hurt, man, because the dude hollered out. He said one more thing to me out of pocket, I'm going to serve him some fentanyl. And I was like, boy, y'all are playing the game dirty.
They're playing the game dirty.
Y'all playing the game dirty out here, man.
Playing the game dirty, man.
You knowingly serve somebody some fentanyl? Y'all play the game dirty. And they doing heroin and anything out here, man. These youngins.
The young dudes, man, these young niggas are doing heroin. Like, that was, you know, growing up, we watching Dead Presidents and shit. Like, nigga, that's a drug. You can't do that drug. Nigga, we watching the goat and all that. Like, no, you all the drugs to do, you don't do heroin. Man, I was just telling me and my wife or somebody was talking today. I said, man, I remember one thing I learned, and I don't know if it was D.A.R.E or the goat or New Jack City, whatever. You don't put it in your arm, and you don't smoke it through a glass pipe. Whatever drugs you consume those two ways, you don't. And like, that was stamped on us, man. Like, we didn't have homies growing up doing hair and crack. Like, these young dudes is doing, like, he on that dog. He on that dog, man.
He 14.
Yeah, how? They said, man, you know what? They said the dude, with my son's situation, they said, man, he used to get geeked off that dog food. And I'm like, how? Like, how? Just how?
Who introduced you to that?
Who introduced you to that? And then after you got introduced to it, like, so you just going running around at 14 years old buying heroin? Like, come on, man. Like, so it's they different, man. Hey, but I mean,
that's
they different, man. You putting it on your blunt. How do you put that on your, like, we used to talk about niggas smoking Jimmy's, but you putting Bay on your, I mean, putting dog food on your blood. How do you do that?
How do you do that? Like,
so, it's different, man. And I tell you, for me being a father with a daughter, and for you too, it's scary, man. It's like I almost feel like I told somebody, man, I'm gonna have to do the old school method. Like, I'm gonna have to meet somebody that got a son. We're gonna have to raise this young dude up the way we want him to be, and then he gonna have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but like, she can't go meet nobody random.
Oh man,
it's too risky, man.
It's difficult.
She can't meet nobody random now. We gonna have to do it like the old days. You know what I'm saying? And I be teasing Steve and MOB. I'm like, man, is that what she got to pick from?
Right.
Yeah, y'all boy. So I mean. Wow. Dang, I mean, I know y'all gonna kind of raise them right, but y'all super little. She might have a son. We might want him to hoop or something.
Muggsy Bogues out
there.
Man,
so, but nah, man, it's gonna really have to be, you know, all jokes. I got to be like, man, your daughter's gonna have to mess with people that they introduce to people they know, man.
Yeah.
You know, Can't let them bring no randoms home, man.
Man, you can't, man.
They be in all kind of
Them
stuff.
funny haircuts, man.
Funny haircuts. One of the, you know, I got a young dude working for me right now, man.
Okay.
He 21. He my son age. He actually know all them. And man, like it is so unique to work with this dude every day, man. Because he be like he put me. We was talking about baggy clothes. He like, oh yeah, that's coming back. He said, I said baggy clothes. He said, yeah, with skinny jeans. I said, hold on. I said, so what's coming back? Baggy clothes? He like, no, you wear big shirts with the tightest pants you can get. And I said, for what? What's that purpose? So you can show your tennis shoes.
What?
He said, yeah, man, you want your jeans tight and your pants.
See,
he said, but you want the big t-shirt. I said, so that's like a style? Like, yeah, it's a style. And then I got to thinking about it. I got to reminiscing some of these videos on YouTube. Dang, it is a style. And now that I done said something, you can go and see like, hold on.
Attention.
They don't pay attention.
Big t-shirt,
yeah.
Skinny jeans to show off your Balenciagas.
Man, so yeah, we was talking about that, man, and
Joe, they showing off their Balenciagas, Joe.
Man, and I'm like, but why?
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 Just,
you know, he and I don't know, and this might be a style. You know, I heard Lil Baby saying in the song, it's a mill, somebody got a hoodie on, but man, so it was like 80-something degrees the other day. And he come in with a hoodie on.
Them young kids, they wear hoodies and
I
never take these hoodies off.
And I said, dude, why? I said, tell me something. Why you got a hoodie on today, but it was even hotter? I mean, it was less hot the other day, and you took your top shirt off, showing your raggedy t-shirt, talking about it's hot down here, but you got a stylish hoodie on today, so it's cool.
It's cool today.
Man, I said, dude, that's cool today. Oh, it's hotter today, but it's cool today. Man, dude, get out of here, man. But
hey.
I like him though, man. He kind of he keep me hip. He keep me up on game.
Cool.
Man.
It's always good to have somebody young around you, but I don't understand that hoodie fact. I don't understand that, man.
Yeah.
All times of the year, I'd be like, it's hot outside. Take it off.
Take it off, man.
Like, take that shit off.
Like you actually, you gonna
take that shit off, man.
Like when I see people in hoodies and it's 80 something, I'm like,
I think you got that pistol on you.
Yeah, I think, you just retarded.
I ain't gonna go that far, bro. I'm looking at you like he got it on him.
Yeah, like it ain't no reason, man. But it's just, boy, I can't wait to retire and lock myself in the house, or not lock myself in the house, should I say? But like interact in a different way. Like I mean, it's so funny, and it's crazy I say that because I do work with a lot of youth.
Yeah.
But I work with a lot of youth who can still be touched and reached.
Right.
I will say, and it's something I need to do better on. I just hadn't had no luck with it. Is working with youth that maybe have already gone off. But it goes back to what we said earlier. A lot of time when they got to that point, they think they already got it figured out, and there's nothing that I can say.
Yeah. You got, unfortunately for right now, you got to find the ones who want to listen.
You want to listen.
For right now, and hope that, because honestly, I feel like if you get the ones who want to listen, they can get their peers.
Yeah.
They can get their peers.
Yeah, lead by example,
yeah.
man.
You just lead by example.
You got to lead by example. And that's something, man, that we're called to do. And that's what, man, that's been my biggest thing, man. I've turned my whole life around. It's stuff that I don't want to do. It's boring to me. But I had to lead by example, man. And, it's just one of those things. To much is given, much is called.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, that's the responsibility now. I have to be an example, because if it's me or this ignorant entertainer that they're looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm up against. I'd
rather be me.
Yeah, I'd rather be me, but I can't fold and then give them nothing else to look at.
Right.
Right. But at the end of the day, they can say, well, I mean, I saw this, but I saw this too, And my players do me like that, man. They think I'm a butt, and they think I'm mean, think I'm an asshole, but they respect me at the end of the day, and I give them another side of life to look at. Like what you seeing or what they selling you, nah, that ain't it.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? That ain't it.
But with that though, all the coaches I remember were the ones who were hard, but they were cool too. It was just, but they knew when to be hard on you, and they knew when to be cool.
They knew when to be cool.
It's a good balance. Like, if you just always yelling, I don't hear all that.
Yeah.
But if I know, okay, I know I shouldn't have messed that up. so he getting on to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can take it.
You can take it.
And that's the thing. Like, one thing I can't say about you and your kids, because you got the same group since what, like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
Them like your kids almost. What,
Right.
they 14, 15 now?
Man, 13, 14.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's 19 years, man. Them like your children. They're extensions of you, you know. So even with them, I'm pretty sure for the most part they're pretty much buttoned up how they supposed to be. They're pretty good young men examples and whatnot.
Yeah, they are. And the sad part about it, you know, I kind of do it on a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I got 12 apples, man, one of them gonna be bad.
Yeah.
You know.
You ain't want it all.
Yeah, and I hate that because, you know, I just, in a perfect world, I don't want none of the apples to be bad.
Right.
But if I got a bad apple, just stay bad and roll over and don't poison the other
don't
apples.
poison the other one.
Yeah, you know, we dealt with that last year, man, with 2 of our players in the program, man. And it's just an ugly situation because now one is fighting the case and one's life is lost.
Right.
You know, and both of them great kids, great family, great households, no thuggery in their blood, you know, just some things got misconstrued, some images and some egos got pushed a couple different ways, and it led into losing their life, man.
Yeah.
2, and they don't realize that it's always 2.
Yeah, it's never just one life lost, because that life in prison, you have a new life now.
You got a new life now.
You have a new life.
You got a new life now.
You got a new home.
You got a new home. You got a new home, man. Like I say, ain't no women in that home.
Ain't no women in there, man.
No women in that home.
Like, I don't even like being around my cousins too long.
Right.
No, I don't be around no strangers.
Right. Now that's true. That's fact.
Like, nah. Like,
and then I like doing what I like to do, man. Like taking. That's I got a confession, man. That's one of the worst things, man. I hate taking orders. And I hate asking people. Man, me and my wife got into it. Yes, we didn't get into it, but I asked her to do something. She was taking all day. And I got mad. I'm like, hold on.
Me.
Why I even ask her? I should have did it myself. Yeah, and that's how I am. I do not ask people for nothing, man. Like, I just do it myself. And it's a gift and a curse because sometimes, man, I be needing help because I be doing so much. But, you know, I think like you, if I want it done right,
I gotta do it myself.
I gotta do it myself. I gotta do it myself because ain't nobody gonna do it like I do it. Ain't nobody gonna find it to be important as I find it important.
They're not gonna prioritize.
Yeah, not gonna prioritize.
Like you said, she took all day.
Yeah, she took all day, and it was important.
It was important.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some clothes made for the Black and White Affair. You know, shout out to the July 31st. You know.
Yeah, we doing it this year.
Yeah.
We gotta talk off air about some other stuff too, with some trips and whatnot.
Yeah. So man, me and MOB, man, we're gonna break it back. 3rd annual. Shout out to Joski, you know, Joe and Hold the Cam. They're gonna do the videography and the pictures and get all that stuff right. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be nice, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm gonna wear a suit.
Well,
I'm wearing a suit this year.
It's cool. You know, I'm kind of. I got some special being whipped. Yeah. I got something special being whipped up, man. So
you ain't got no Keith Sweat type suit, do you?
I mean, it depends on what era Keith Sweat you talking about. It may look similar.
Look like Keith Sweat, please. Please don't, man. I would hate to be the one to initiate a birthday roast. At your own birthday party.
You know what? I'll show you. When
yeah.
I got it in my phone over.
I will have to let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
I'll let you know if it's hard or not.
So I just.
Even that, not to cut you off, but even that though, like stuff like that, man, we just like that's celebrating life, man. Like, you know, just a birthday party.
Yeah, man.
Just with your homies, you know, something nice. They might bring a +1 or not. I ain't bringing no +1.
You bring no +1?
I ain't bringing no +1.
Man, why everybody talk about this shit? They ain't bringing no +1. y'all came into the second year and saw all the loose ones. So y'all like
that's the thing. I didn't make it to the second one.
Oh, you did because your family. That's right.
My family side didn't get to make it.
Oh.
But I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, it was a bunch of loose.
I heard some oldies but Grady's.
Yeah, there's a bunch of loose ones in there. Everybody already said that. And not loose as in like loose. Like it was just, you know.
They were by themselves too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to take in mind, man, you know, Willie knows a lot of people. I know a lot of people, man, and they like to support. And, you know, It's a free bar.
Yeah.
Now this year the bar ain't gonna be free.
It ain't gonna be free this
Now,
year?
ain't gonna be it's gonna be semi-free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be semi-free. But we like I said, man, this just a new setup and a new establishment that we working with.
Okay.
But it's gonna be nicer. It's just gonna be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and once again, you know, we're gonna make it a party anyway. But we got people coming from, like I said, Atlanta, which is in our backyard,
Right.
Detroit, Indiana, Ohio, Texas. Yeah, we got people coming all around.
I'm gonna ask you about somebody off the app.
Okay.
Off the app.
Off the app.
Detroit. Or somebody off the app though.
Okay. You silly.
Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit. Yes.
We gonna ask you about that off the app though, but no.
Oh, that's so funny.
Hey, but anything you want to close out with, man? How long been going, Joe?
About an hour in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want? Any last things you want to say? The floor is yours, man.
Man, nothing. Man, I just want to tell people, man, go follow me on the IG.
Right.
2 IGs, man. Man, we making noise in this basketball world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Getting these boys on a national stage, getting these boys scholarships. You can follow me at NYBA 2026. That's the IG. Also, if you want to see the things they're doing in the community and with the brand of my son, the forever.donbrand on IG. Go check that out. And just go support. Go to the website foreverdon.com.
Plug it out.
Getting ready to drop some new merch. Probably August. August gonna drop a new merch line. So get on there. Show some support. And like I said, and what people don't realize, every dollar that goes to that foreverdon.com,
Yeah.
I just spend it on kids anyway.
Right.
You know, I mean, it just, I mean, it's. It does, I'll be honest, it does well.
Yeah.
But it does well enough for me to support and do things in the community and help other people.
Right. And that's all you want to do is be a vessel.
Yeah, that's all.
You know.
That's all. So I just appreciate the love. Lucky, I appreciate
Man,
the
I
invite,
appreciate
man.
you,
Yeah,
Wilson,
man, this
man.
been a long time
Hey,
coming.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't tell y'all I got many friends, man. I'm gonna just point to them. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Like that, we gone, man.
There we
Peace,
go.
bro.
All
I
right,
appreciate
peace,
you
yes,
coming
sir.
through.